All right, Kenman here, and it's lasers. That's right, we do laser marking here, among other things. I really enjoy it. Haven't made too many full videos just on the laser mark process. I would like to get into that more, show you a little more behind the scenes of the designing and how you actually break it down to get it to the point where you can have a cool laser mark on one of your knives. Here are some examples of some of the knives that I've done as of recently. I have one we're going to show off the actual mark for. Oof, that peeler. This is the CRKT Pilar. Did a nice little kind of fish texture to it. You kind of have your own options when you want to do a laser mark. You got to come up with it. You got to draw it. You got to figure it out. Sometimes a simple basic line like that is all you need to kind of create a nice little unique look. Here's my CJRB Mini Pyrite, very similar, and I did a little wave line on there, just a little kind of S pattern. Fun stuff, very subtle on here, almost can't see it in some angles, but it does have a real nice stripiness to it. I enjoy it thoroughly. It's some fun stuff. We've got this one. This is a Ozark Trail, kind of a semi-grail. This was a $6 Walmart knife. It was a blue aluminum, and I actually acid etched the blade, put an interesting kind of little pattern on there, and then I did the white snowflakes on this blue aluminum handle. The nice thing about different materials, aluminum per se, is you can really get a nice white laser mark. So this was actually a blue handle, and the laser itself is the little white snowflakes on there. Really good combination. The snowflakes really pop with that white on the blue. Same kind of thing. This is a aluminum green concept accipiter. Accipiter is a bird of prey, and so I decided to make a wing with some feathers on there. So not quite as white on this particular one here, but I think it turned out really cool. That kind of wing feather look gives you some unique qualities. Doesn't quite look like a wing, but you can kind of see some of those feathers and that action in there. Definitely interesting and one of a kind. Concept accipiter right there. We have the CJRB Agave, another aluminum. This was a silver aluminum with a white laser mark. So you can see what I did is I took a picture of an agave plant, and then I took that photo and edited it and reversed it. So basically the laser mark, instead of the tips being lighter color on the agave plant, the silver tips are actually the main color of the handle before the laser mark. So all the white, that off-white background section, is the actual laser. Very fun little cool design right there. This right here is a little Kershaw Ember. This was gray like that. And so laser mark here, kind of two-tone action. Couple different settings give us some darks and some lights, some kind of oily sections, kind of golds with that paisley pattern. I really like this. I need to paisley up a few more things. What do we think about that? Which one's your favorite? This is my most recent. This right here is a Case Executive. So this was all silver, and we put this Wi-Fi wave Sagaya pattern on there. Tell me what you think about that, huh? I wish I had a before and after, but it kind of became an impulse thing. I was just testing it out for a different project I'm working on, and because I had this knife on me, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to throw that on there. So I don't have the before, I only have the after, but what I do have is the actual process of the laser marking this. So we're going to watch that right now. It's not actually me setting it up or anything. It's just the actual laser doing this mark right here. So we're going to cut to that really quick, and then we'll be right back. what we think about that. So I sped it up. It actually took about 3 or 4 minutes for this particular mark. So I did a little time lapse, kind of make it go a little bit quicker. There are some marks that I've done, like the stripes or whatever, where this actually marked this whole thing in about 2 seconds. It went really, really fast. The snowflakes were also quite quick. So some passes, this was like less than 20 seconds total, and it was done. So depending on how you have your settings, what the material is, you kind of have to dial it in. So you can't always just make it, mark it, and call it a day. You have to do tests. So often I will test the inside of a handle or a piece that you can't see. This one I couldn't take it apart, so no testing was available. So I kind of tested on a couple other pieces of stainless that I had and just kind of hope for the best. I think it turned out really cool. Quite happy with it. Many, many more laser marks coming in the future, so stay tuned for that. Tell me what you think. What was your favorite one? What would you like to see me laser mark next? Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.